If you got to pick one video game that you would live in for the rest of your life, what game would you pick and why? Elite Dangerous. I can fly a spaceship all day every day and make billions of credit doing it. Count me in. Definitely Elite. That would give me time to slow boat my Corvette to Beagle. Is that expedition still going? Those two guys who made a YouTube series about exploring to Beagle then into the unknown. There's not too much beyond that point. Beagle Point is the farthest point reachable by a stock ship. Engineered ships can get a bit farther by about 300 light years. It's not possible to actually leave the galaxy. For now, you'll just have to satisfy yourself with the 400 billion star systems in the galaxy. That's not enough. I know. There's only 99% of the galaxy left to explore. Farming Simulator 2015. It's basically how I live anyway. You're stuck in the year 2015. Quicksand supplies to survive the MLG videos. Oh no, base drops, disintegrates. Wombo combo. Eco the dolphin. KSP Kerbal Space Program. With a budget like that, exploring the solar system is going to be a piece of cake. Losing a few astronauts also isn't that much of a problem anymore. Assuming Ganondorf is taken care of, I could live in Kokiri Forest. Edit. I'm also fine with Kakariko Village, or maybe a nice little cabin on Lake Ilia. In my mind I was thinking of Ocarina of Time, but any of the other iterations is fine as well. Same but with Hateno Village, seems like a cozy ass place to settle down. Tari Town FTW. It does have a beautiful view, but I don't like those modular homes much. I'd live in that little sleepy coastal town, where everybody is a fisherman. I forget the name. Mass Effect. 100%. Space exploration. High technology, biotics, a seri. What's not to love? Obviously I'd want to live either a lifetime before, or sometime after the whole Reaper thing. Edit. Lots of people saying that living before the Reapers would be good, or if I was in the Me universe, but before the Reapers, I'd still end up in that war, since it's a fairly short time frame. That's why I also said, or sometime after. Keep in mind that humanity survives in the Milky Way, and recovery progress was already being made. Not everyone jumped ship, as it were, to Andromeda. Also, since this is a hypothetical, I believe I reserve the right to end up in the circumstances of my choice for this universe transfer. P. Only if I was guaranteed to not live in poverty though. Think of how many people live and die in the gang-controlled slums of Omega or places like that. Middle to upper class family on the Citadel with the possibility of going out and traveling the galaxy? Yes, sign me the fuck up. Came here to say this exactly. F the Reapers. All the top comments were array, maybe for me, but as soon as I saw Mass Effect I felt ashamed for not thinking of it sooner. I'm sure if you are born into that setting it would be mundane, but to be teleported there with your current mind and memories and just walking around the Citadel would be transcendent, sorta like in Interstellar when Cooper wakes up in the hospital to his grandkids on a space station around Jupiter. The Sims. Basically life, but I'll motherload my way to the top. But every time you cook you face a grave danger. Well, unless you're doing it for the 10,000th time and have the best possible mood. That's okay, I'll just order pizza and garden until I read my way to level 10. You can just have free satiating snacks forever like sandwiches and cereal. Splatoon, because it's just our world, but we can shapeshift and everyone is really competitive about paintball and talk to fish. I'm not sure I'd want to live in a world where water at best incapacitates you for your 5 seconds on contact, and at worst kills you, yet there's still waterways and swimming pools everywhere. They're aquatic creatures in the first place. The issue is that the water dilutes your paint, so you can't play anymore. I'm pretty sure the official law is water is lethal to inklings and octolings in large amounts. So rain is fine, but jumping in a pool is no go. And isn't it supposedly after an apocalypse? It's after a global warming apocalypse, yes. There are parts of the game that suggest or state all of the following. 1. Global warming catastrophe. 2. Rising sea levels. 3. Extinction of humanity after a failed attempt at an exodus with a space ark. 4. Evolution of sea creatures to repopulate the planet 5. Civil wars amongst the now evolved sea species. RuneScape. Lots to do, and I saw a post that estimated the map to be a bit bigger than the size of Singapore, so plenty of time to wander around killing cows and mining shit. You can do those things in Singapore too. Definitely RuneScape. Such a diverse and quirky little world. There's a land for everyone. A true adventurer's world. You could simply retire and settle down somewhere special to you. Maybe it was close to home. You put up a farm in Lumbridge and get to see off the new waves of adventurers. Perhaps help a few who stumble across your farm, or maybe you keep to yourself. Maybe you found a nice foreign land. You like the serenity of the mountains, the elevations, trees, springs, waterfalls and cool seasons. There's a ton of mountain ranges to call home. Perhaps the sun's eternal burn on the desert sands calls to you. Or the darkness and mysterious happenings of the swamplands. Or maybe you're a man of the ocean. Plenty of ports and water, there's plenty of options for you. Maybe you befriended another species. There's plenty in Jolnor. Elves, ogres, dwarves. Even some of the human lots tend to get a bit foreign. Or maybe you specialize in something and become a ranking guild member or even a headmaster or an independent patron of the arts. Maybe you like farming, fishing, crafting, magic. There's guilds galore. And there's no reason there cannot be more than one. Or perhaps you otherwise get involved with an organization or kingdom. Maybe you never made it very far from Miss Thalon on your own. But you were a loyal white knight of Falador. And through the agency of the kingdom of Asgaria, you traveled far and wide and made many close friends along the way. Maybe you become a merchant king, amassing wealth that transcends the kingdoms themselves. Maybe you could start financing nations and start a banking empire. Even possible that you go far. Very far. You have battled with deities and have left no story unturned in the land. You have been not only far and wide, but you have witnessed the passing of ages. You are a master of all the dimensions of the world, and as such transcend the roots of your origins, and take your place as a servant of the gods themselves. Or perhaps even further. Rise to status of godhood yourself. Alas, Guthix was slain. Who will take his place as the god of balance? Who will remedy the chaos of Zamorak and the order of Saradamin? But even should one not be able to rise to the level of these gods, they grow old. And there will always be another generation. Such is the nature of things. Time goes forward like this, what happens next, but the result of the work done by those who play. As a strong player, you have the ability to influence the path of the world itself. And, what is a god, but one who creates the world? Perhaps you gain such glory that it is favored by the elder gods. Those who transcend the boundaries of space and time. Transcend the game itself. The creators of the creators. Whose powers are truly infinite. In any case, no matter what path you chose, all things are possible. Maybe you end up just kicking it with ya boys, just chillin', fishing and shooting the shit till the end of days. That's as good an ending as any. Wouldn't you say?